Hi, and welcome to Prepping Essentials.
Good morning, it's 7 o'clock on Saturday the 30th of May. Just making my way down to the land on another, what seems to be very bright and hot day. As always, not quite sure what we'll get done. We'll be making it up as we go along, so let's find out. Well, here we are down on the land, and as you can see, the sun's already well up in the sky. Quite interesting as I pulled up at the land this morning. So at least 2 or 3 rabbits, little tiny ones, sprinting across the field. So clearly Mummy and Daddy Rabbit have been very busy. Beautiful morning. I'm just walking down the wooded side because even at this time of the morning it is quite hot standing in the sunlight. Anyway, not sure what we'll get done today. I do want to play with that watering system in the polytunnel, and I've got the mechanic coming down to change the drive and gear belts on the little red tractor today. Not quite sure what time. I think it's just after lunch. So lots of things I would like to get done. As always, time and distraction. We'll never know what we will get done, but I'll keep you posted with progress as we go along. Well, as always, first things first, a quick look in the polytunnel. Looking a lot better now that it's all laid out with the plants in their final growing positions. Going to be looking at this watering system today. You can see it does work, but it's not very good. You can see that or not? I think you can. So we are getting water, but it doesn't go all the way to the end. So I need to figure out how to increase the pressure. I mean, I have water pumps, but they're quite high pressure pumps, and I don't think that this thin tubing can cope with that kind of pressure. Well, I'm pretty sure it can't cope with it. Anyway, something to play with and experiment with. Everything's looking quite nice in here. I still have tomatoes. Somebody needs to take these off my hands, I think. I don't think I can cope with many more tomatoes. Anyway, I need to get myself sorted out. Everything outside is looking very nice. Potatoes are coming on really well, as are the broccoli and cauliflower. Very pleased with the growth on those. Pumpkin, squash, all is well. Beautiful day. I'm going to get myself in the cabin. First thing on the agenda this morning, I'm going to just sit in my little chair and have a cup of coffee while I get my head around exactly what it is I'm going to try and do today. Well, this is very peaceful, just sitting here with my cup of coffee, listening to the birdies. Beautiful view, beautiful morning. Some of the tomatoes are putting on some really good growth, and you need to take out these little side shoots, these things here, to help promote vertical growth rather than side growth. There's another one there, look. So I'm just, wherever I find them, just plucking them out. Yeah, there's one there, look. Another one there. So hopefully this will promote vertical growth rather than sending out lots of side shoots. There's one there and one there. Therapeutic work. It's finding them. There's one there that's got quite leggy. And another one there. And another one there. There's a little one there. And the more you look, the more you find. Well, it's all a learning curve, but hopefully we'll get some decent growth out of these. Clearly you'll see in future videos. You know I can't resist a paintbrush. So I'm experimenting with some wooden battens, just figuring out how I can make some shutters for the cabin windows. It's not a straightforward job, unfortunately, because the guttering hangs below the eaves, but the windows go all the way up to the eaves. So there's going to be a gap behind the guttering here. So the burning question is, do I do drop down single sheets, or do I try and go fancy with open shutters left and right? Don't honestly know. But either way I need to paint wood so that it's got a fighting chance of blending in. So that's what I'm busy with now, and I'm just thinking how it can work while I'm painting away. Well, I'm still experimenting with these lats. That's the sheets that were on the front of the cabin windows. I'm just cutting up some of these battens, now the paint's dried, to mount them on the front of the cabin. Hope you can see this in this light. The sun's absolutely dazzling again today, scorching hot. I've just framed out the windows, ready to take some kind of cover. I'm tempted to use the boards that were already on there. I've painted those up. The dimensions will be different slightly now I've put a framing in, so I just need to measure up and I'll do a test fit with one of them. More sewing. Well, I have no idea if this is going to work. so there might be a bit of swearing involved later. But the idea is, I've got some metal, it's like channel bracket. I've just screwed that to the eaves of the roof, and the idea is, once these boards are cut to size, they slide up into that channel to secure them in place. I'll put another batten across here which it then sits on, and I should, in theory, be able to put a hasp to keep it in place, so it just lifts in and lifts out, and that means it'll go behind the gutter, I hope, and cover the entire window. So that's what I'm thinking. Whether it'll work or not, I guess you'll find out later. Well, that's the extra battens and the brackets at the top, put it on both windows. All I need to do now is cut these boards to size. I'm going to measure this at least 3 times before I start cutting, because I do not want to get it wrong now. Well, that's the first one test fitted, and in theory I don't see why that won't work. The only slight snag might be the guttering. The guttering might be too tight up against it and might need to come out, but I'll try that in a minute. But I don't think that's too shabby. Want another coat of paint on, but it's not too bad at all. So I get those popped in, see how it looks, and that's a bit more progress done. I've got the tractor mechanic down here as well, just working on the tractor, so that's good. Getting the new gearbox and drive belts fitted, so the little red tractor should be able to race around rather than stroll round, so that'll be good. Well, there we go, installed and padlocked up. So that's much easier now. I don't have to worry about the windows, whether that's from a security or a weather perspective, and they're easy to open. I just undo the padlock, slide them out, pop them away somewhere, and then when I'm done, slide them back in, lock them up. Very happy. Well, after a little bit of construction, it's back to reality. The plants are going to need some water, so I'm just going to get cracking with that, and I'll catch up with you once I've finished watering. Well, that's all the vegetables watered, and God, it is really hot today. I had a quick peek in the polytunnel. There's a thermometer on the wall there, 40 degrees, it's unbelievable. I've just popped a few vents open just to let a bit of air flow through. I'm just going to go and quickly check up and see how mechanic's getting on with Little Red Tractor, because it'll soon be time for me to go, because I am absolutely roasting and worn out. Well, that's the Little Red Tractor service done. New drive belt and gear belt, and a general freeing up of the different pulleys. So nice job done, it goes a lot better. So get the grass growing again, we can get it cut without worrying that the belt's going to snap. Cabin's locked away, polytunnel's closed up. Still scorching, it's gone 4:30 already. The day's flown by, but we've made some good progress. Progress with the polytunnel, progress with the Little Red Tractor, and progress with the cabin windows. pleased with those. I can actually have daylight coming in now and not need to worry about it. So excellent. And it's time I went home for a shower and something to eat. It's been a long day, but as always, it's worth it.
Well, that's it for this video. I hope you found something in there that was of interest to you. If you did like the video, please do click on the like button. Also feel free to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. As always, I welcome any comments, questions or suggestions you might have. How are those window shutters looking? I think it does make a difference to the overall look of the cabin, and it was the only option really that I could find whereby I'd cover the whole of the window rather than leaving a gap at the top. But let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. But for now, thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.